from Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. It's the NFC Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports. Lamar Jackson and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on J.J. McCarthy and the Minnesota Vikings.
Playoff football has come to the west coast of Florida, and we are at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. Leading them out is their rookie quarterback, the young man from the University of Michigan.
He got the win last week, and we all know how infrequently rookie quarterbacks win in the playoffs. So by now, it feels like old hat to him. Well, maybe not old hat, but you've got to believe he'll be looser, calmer going into this one. He already knows what it takes to lead a team to victory in the playoffs.
To throw on the first play, McCarthy, complete, Jefferson the target. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Now this will be a jet sweep. Here's Thomas with it. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. And just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Vikings first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. On play action, McCarthy. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Joe Tryon from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. To the air with McCarthy. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing is McCarthy. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. So on 4th down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Bucs now to take over for the first time. They'll have Lamar Jackson calling the shots, the former Heisman Trophy winner from Louisville.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest, and I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one, because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They go play action with Jackson. No hesitation, goes right back to Likely. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. No score after 1. fun on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And down inside the 15 he goes. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Isaiah Likely from 13 yards out. And the Buccaneers are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Well, we knew they had the crowd on their side. Their defense has already made a stop, and now here's an opening drive touchdown.
Yeah, how about the defense making the stop, offense feeling their momentum that they've generated, and turning it into points on their side. So now you got a team working together, and you got the crowd involved fully on their side in this ball game.
And in this playoff atmosphere, that 12th man means even more. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. From the 35, here's 2nd and 3. There go play action. Here's McCarthy. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. 1:55 left to go in the 1st half of play. A reminder, as we did all through the regular season, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman at halftime. He'll have highlights and analysis of this 1st half of play. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line. Now here's a throw that's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Now McCarthy. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's McCarthy. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Looking to throw McCarthy. Over the middle, into the hands of Michael Thomas. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Throwing again, McCarthy. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. A very costly sack there on 3rd and goal. Pushes him back big time. And now you figure the field goal team coming on 4th. Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the 3rd quarter. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their 2nd drive. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one covers 29 yards, first down. Play action. It's Jackson. That's caught inside the 20. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field. Pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Lamar Jackson, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Bucs take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Yaya Diaby coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Returnable here from the 38. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And out will come the offense as they take over. So out come the Bucs now. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Flush to his right. This is caught by Evans. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. And that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. Here's Jackson to throw. Now he steps away. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Being chased out left. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Lamar Jackson punching it in from a yard away. And the Bucs are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now 21-0. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that will bring up 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. 2nd down and 6 now from the 26. McCarthy operating from the gun. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
The quick feet by Jackson, and they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the 1st down and a 21-yard gain. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Buccaneers continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it is 28-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's Chris Godwin who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They knew this would be tough on the road divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this 4th quarter. This is caught by Addison. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. This one swung out here to Jones. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up 2nd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll find Jones again, complete. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. 3rd and 3. Sticking with a pass. Here's McCarthy to the right side and intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Bucs are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage.
And this is caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they've earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes this 35-0 now. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. The Buccaneers are moving on in these playoffs as we say thanks for watching and so long. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Bucs are winners here as we say so long from Tampa.
Today, from Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida, it's the NFC Championship game. As we'll see Lamar Jackson and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus Jordan Love and the Green Bay Packers.
Playoff football has come to the west coast of Florida, and we are at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? And he won't quite make it to the 25. 6'4" Jordan Love taking the field for the first time. The 2020 first-round pick from Utah State set to lead Green Bay.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. Here's Love. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On third down, Love. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. After the interception, here's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Justin Houston making his presence felt there in the backfield. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Play action. Now Jackson. This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. And he's taken down inside the 30. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
Normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation, you have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or two towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Buccaneers have struck first in this NFC title game. Things could just not have started any better for them. They get the turnover, the football right away, able to capitalize on offense for 6.
And we're talking about setting a tone in any game, right? The first points of a ball game. How about during the playoffs? Vitally important, and they've done that in this one.
So that drive, 4 plays. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And the return will stop right around the 25. So a tug on the face mask, and that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And sometimes it'll go unnoticed, but that one, pretty obvious for everyone to see.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Isaiah Likely. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bucs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. McLaughlin for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Now they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he returns this to the 22. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. High throw, but he makes the catch. And nothing to speak of there after the catch as they get him right to the ground at the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing, Love. The short throw to Musgrave. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Now Love. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Still going inside the 20. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And it is now 21-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Love's throw finds its target, Dobbs. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Joe Tryon. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later.
Touchdown! Mike Evans, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Bucs continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Well, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down. Joe Tryon able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
The Bucs offense set to begin this third quarter. And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation to kind of look.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The second quarter starts off with a bang as they snag over 30 yards.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Now it's Jackson.
To Evans on the slant.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Jackson. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown.
Isaiah Likely.
A beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game.
And the Bucs take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes this 35-0 now. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Fights loose. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. First down, Love to pass.
A short throw to Musgrave.
They'll give him 4 yards there. And that's going to bring up second down. Working out of the gun. Love.
A short throw to Musgrave.
They'll wind up getting just a yard. And now third down and 6 to go. Love looking to throw it. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. On now is the Packers punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And this is caught by Evans. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
24 yards to gain there. Another first down as well.
And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Well, something about this team, you just felt like they were one of destiny all season long. And they made themselves today, as you can see, the class of the NFC.
Yeah, and it's starting to look more and more like a Super Bowl trip is very much in their future.
And the fans starting to book those tickets. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it is 42-0. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. Love now. A short throw to Musgrave. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. To the left side, there's the tight end Musgrave. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They will throw again here with Jordan Love. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Off the play fake, Love. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
This is up and good from Pinheiro.
And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it.
Crossing route, he finds Likely.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. They go play action now. Jackson.
Right side, there's Likely with it.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. Throwing is Jackson. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 23 yards on the play.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Forced out to his left. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
And for all these guys, whether you're a rookie, a 10-year veteran, there's no feeling like this NFC champs.
And you feel like family. Never at any time do you feel more like family than when you're sharing the joy of being the NFC champs. And now everyone gets to say they're going to the Super Bowl.
And that does it for the conference championship. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And for our entire crew, we'll see you 2 weeks at the Super Bowl. This is the NFL on EA Sports.